It's been raining just a little bit, so hopefully we can keep the lens clean here. Already got mud in the mouth. Ooh, man. Super, super smooth. Nice. This new lower link on these Santa Cruzes is just, God, there's almost nothing like it. They might be the best descending bikes. They stay really high in the travel, kind of like a DW Link bike would. They're really progressive, so they're smooth all the way through the top, but they ramp up on like that little drop that I did right there. Just kind of ramps up and is super supportive. Nice. Dude, yeah, it just stays real composed. It feels easy to ride. This is an easy bike to ride for sure. Just feels like you're in the right position. What's up, guys? We are out here on the brand new 2020 Santa Cruz Hightower. Man, they redid the entire frame, so it's a new frame from the previous model. It's got the lower link suspension platform that they have put on the Nomad, the V10, and most recently on the Bronson and Mega Tower. And I've ridden all those bikes with this lower link. For those of you guys who've ridden this, it's incredible. Much better than the previous Hightower LT and regular Hightower. We're just climbing on it right now, and I would say it definitely climbs better than the previous Hightower or Hightower LT. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Jason. You can follow me on Instagram at mtbyumyum or on Strava, where I record all of my rides at, just put in Strava, Jason Dahl. There's a link down below to my Instagram and my Strava, so you can just kind of stay more up to date with what bikes I'm riding. And that's the fun thing about the channel. At this point, I've ridden a ton of bikes. So on today's ride, I'm gonna give you input for those of you who don't have a chance to go out and demo one of these, if you just don't have a Santa Cruz dealer in your area. Climbing so far, honestly, I've been thinking a lot about that Mega Tower because I thought it climbed pretty good too. You know, this might scoot up the trail a little quicker than the Mega Tower, but you know, yeah, it's not the best climber in the 140 category, but it's doing all right. All right, let's get to the top here. It's starting to rain a little bit. Let's get to the top here and kind of see what this thing descends like. Just for reference, though, I'm 5'8". I'm on a medium. The bike jumps just super rad. Really confidence inspiring jumper. Like those, they're not huge jumps, but man, I feel super comfortable on those. Nice. All right, Hightower on Jacobs. It's been raining just a little bit, so hopefully we can keep the lens clean here. Already got mud in the mouth. Ooh, man. Super, super smooth. I just can't believe how supple the suspension is on this bike. Yeah, this new lower link on these Santa Cruzes is just, God, there's almost nothing like it. They might be the best descending bikes. They stay really high in the travel, kind of like a DW Link bike would. They're really progressive, so they're smooth all the way through the top, but they ramp up on like that little drop that I did right there. Just kind of ramps up and is super supportive. Jeez. And this bike's got code brakes on it too, which is pretty incredible. So I'm riding the the Carbon S build. This bike's also offered in an aluminum model, but this is the Carbon S build with GX drivetrain. Nice. Dude, yeah, it just stays real composed. It feels easy to ride. To give you an idea of the terrain we're on, it's kind of high speed. This is about a 3-minute segment that we're on here. We'll average about 23, 24 miles per hour on it. Lots of kind of 6-inch to 1-foot drops and just kind of high speed. Yeah. Oh man, that was fun. This is an easy bike to ride for sure. Just feels like you're in the right position. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Pops off stuff nice. Dude, nice. That was fun.
Yeah, so fun, dude.
It's been a minute since I've ridden Jacobs.
Same here. Forget how fun that trail is, man.
Oh, it's so fun. Lens clean? Lens is pretty clean. Sweet.
Oh.
That was
Dude,
perfect.
That was right.
Dude, that was so fun.
How'd the bike feel, dog?
Dude, these Santa Cruzes descending, they feel bottomless, man.
Really?
Totally.
What do you think, Jay?
10. Dude, I thought it was awesome. This thing's so plush for a 140 mil bike. This shock is roasting hot right now. There's 10 clicks of rebound.
Yeah. Oh, is that skin? Or skins, yeah.
I sped it up just a little bit. Let's stop at the bottom of Ghost. Okay, that was so good up on that higher speed, chunkier section of terrain. I just sped up the rebound just a little bit to give it a little bit more life in the rear end. It didn't feel bad at all. It wasn't overly slow, but this section's just like a total flow trail. Super, super easy going trail. So it's kind of nice to have a little bit of snap to it. You can do that by just speeding up the rebound a little bit. Man, and this bike is like super quiet too, which is kind of nice. Which is a lot nice actually. So the bike's a little bit longer in the reach and also in the wheelbase than the previous Hightower. Head to angle is a lot slacker now too, at like 65, a little over 65 degrees. And then the seat tube, much steeper. Yeah. Seat tube is much steeper now too, so all you tall guys don't have to sit out over the back axle. All right, this is a good section to test kind of how it gets through this windy, tighter bit of trail. Tons of traction, dude. Man, yeah, the suspension still feels really supportive when I'm pumping through this whole twisty section here. Like a nice platform to stand on. Yeah, I like it better with that rebound sped up just a little bit. It makes this bike feel a little bit more lively, and I don't feel like it's too much at all. It feels really, really planted to the ground. I would say certainly more planted to the ground than like the Ibis Ritmo, for example, or the Rocky Mountain Instinct. Both feel a little bit more poppy feeling, a little more playful, but this is still super fun. It feels bottomless. As far as air pressure goes in the shock, I just did a little over my body weight. So just over 145 pounds of pressure in the shock. And it's really hard to tell how much sag you actually have because that shock is down there below that mount on the frame, kind of hidden in the frame there. The bike has a very muted, kind of quiet, planted feeling to it though, for sure. Hey guys, I just got back from my ride on the new 2020 Santa Cruz Hightower. Pretty rad bike. I gotta say, just descending on it was pretty amazing. Significantly better descending than the previous Hightower LT or regular Hightower for that matter. And then in the category, I just want to address this real quick, compared to like the Ibis Ritmo or the Yeti SB130, you know, the Rocky Mountain Instinct and a couple other bikes that I've ridden, the Stump Jumper by Specialized. I would say this is the best 140 mil descending bike. That rear suspension is really rad. Now, let me clarify that. Just for the really steeper, faster, higher speed stuff, that's what I'm talking about. It just handles every bump in the trail or drop in succession probably better than any other bike I've ridden. Now, when the trail flattens out more and it requires some pedaling here and there, I would say there's other bikes I maybe prefer a little bit, but for just flat out hauling the mail, man, this might be the best. It was really cool. I love the Super Deluxe rear shock too. It's just such a smooth shock, and the suspension platform is so smooth all through the top, and all the really small chattery stuff was just awesome. You kind of lose a little bit of that poppiness. I sped up the rebound kind of halfway through my ride, and that helped a little bit, but you lose a little bit of that poppiness compared to like an Ibis Ritmo, for example. That bike just feels like a better, maybe do everything all day trail bike, honestly. I thought it climbed well. Let's talk about the climbing real quick on the Hightower. It doesn't climb as well as, it climbs good. In fact, I think it probably climbs a little better than the previous Hightower and Hightower LT, but it's not there with the Yeti SB130 or the Ibis Ritmo. I would say both those kind of scoot along the trail a little better. Definitely on the steeper stuff, I felt like they were definitely better, but for a 140 mil bike, go out and ride all day. This is awesome. Another thing to consider is if you do tons of long rides, there's enough good 120 mil travel bikes that fill that role that might work. I'm really excited to ride the new Santa Cruz Tallboy that just got the new lower link suspension as well. Hopefully I'm riding that bike here in the next few days, and I'll have a video up for that. But overall, I thought the Hightower was awesome. All the improvements to it are better than the previous Hightower. I think it would be an awesome bike if most of your rides are about climbing just to descend. Real quick about this versus the Mega Tower. For me, I would go with this over the Mega Tower. Unless you're riding some crazy like lift service, ski resort type stuff, if you're pedaling to go down, this is all there. I mean, I think this is probably the most composed 140 mil kind of mid-travel, longish travel trail bike. Especially in the air, jumping this thing was awesome. I felt so much confidence. I guess that's another thing I should mention. This and the Ibis Ripley are the two bikes that really stand out the most as being like easy to ride. You just get on it and just go. I mean, this is an everyman's bike. You don't need to ride it super hard. You don't need to be like racing it to get all the fun out of it. It's just really fun, and it's just all there. It's easy to ride. Yeah, I thought it was really, really awesome. It's not quite as composed as like the Mega Tower or a Rocky Mountain Instinct BC edition, but it's still really good for all day pedaling. Another cool thing about Santa Cruz is they pay attention to like all the little details, like the little part right here on the frame where the hoses come out of the frame for your brakes and your dropper cable and your rear derailleur. They just come straight out, so it keeps your cables nice and low. Like some bikes, they're tilted up and the cables are all up banging against the handlebar. I mean, just little details like that were really nice. I rode the bike in the low position. It sounds like that's the position Santa Cruz wants most people to ride it in, and I didn't have any pedal strikes today. It felt awesome. I mean, I thought it was a fun bike. There's so many good options right now in the 140 mil travel bike category. It's just incredible. I demoed this bike from Go Ride in Draper, Utah. They have a couple locations in Salt Lake and in Draper. Awesome guys. Go talk to Manny or to Chris, and they can take care of you. They know a ton about Santa Cruz bikes and can help you out. Yeah, so if you want to buy one of these bikes, head into Go Ride. If you're not here locally, I have a link in the description down below where you can buy the bike online as well. So thanks for watching today. I hope it was helpful and useful. I had a lot of fun on the bike. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.